This is the scene today. It's cold, it's foggy. But you know what, when it's good weather and it's sunny, you can see all across, and when the sun shines in the city, it shines beautifully. It's so nice, but when it's grey, it's a bit, blur. I think so I do want to start cleaning my flat again. Oh yeah, my coffee's ready. Right. I much prefer this coffee maker over all the others I've had. Well, I've only ever had one, to be honest, but I much prefer this one because I think it's more aesthetic. So it's supposed to be some sort of slow pour, but I'm not very good with that. Raffles is not happy at the moment. She really wants to go outside. Don't you, Raffles? Don't you, Raffles? Yeah? And we will. I just need to make this coffee quickly, and then we can go. Hello, Guinness. And then we can go. So I have a morning of classes today, of teaching, because we're going through a bit of a crisis with the teachers. We don't have enough teachers anywhere at the moment, so it's a very despondent time. Excuse my appearance. The dogs are following me around rather a lot, so I decided that I'm going to give them a banana. And I was going to show you guys how I give them bananas. Just adding a hint of sugar to my coffee. That stupid vent has come back on. Alright guys, where are your Kongs? Where are your Kongs? There we go. You will not believe this. I've had these since Raffles was a puppy. I bought them when she was a puppy. And Raffles is going up to be, she's 11, is it 12? I should know this. Since she was a puppy. So over 10 years. And they use them a lot. No issues whatsoever. So obviously you have the colours. You have the pink, the red, and you have the black. I have a black one. And actually the black one I have is the same size as these. I've stumbled upon it in a forest somewhere. Someone had lost it. I jumped upon that thing like I had found gold. Because these they're now so expensive. And because they're just amazing value for entertaining the dogs, and it just keeps them distracted for like a while. Sometimes, obviously, I've been lazy today. I've just stuffed bananas in there. But if it's something like something frozen, solid, it takes longer, and it's just such a good distraction for them and something for them to do. Sorry, it's a bit messy in here. Alright, Guinness, that's yours. There we go, good boy. Raffles. There we go. You're going to have that there? Okay. Whilst we're talking about Temu, one really bad Temu purchase was this one. It was absolutely terrible. This I think, has been my worst purchase from the site. And it's this bag, and it's so badly, it's just, there's no reinforcement in it. And then the strap, I've only had it for about a month. The strap has come out. And I was wondering if I should just stitch it, because I'm quite good at sewing, stitch it back together, but I don't see a point. I don't see a point whatsoever, but it's just very, very, the inner lining has come apart as well, as you can see, so it's not great. However, just to like play, I don't know, devil's advocate, this is another backpack I got from them, and it is solid, and it's so good. And I got, look. I got these, man. I've always wanted like pins, and I never got them as a kid because you really weren't allowed to pin stuff to your clothes or we just didn't do pins, Nigerian schools. But I just absolutely adore this backpack because it's a solid backpack. But it's just better created. But I use this one for my a laptop because it's a good size for the laptop as well. And I just use it for teaching or like when I'm out and about, and it's great. It's really, really good. So I'm just surprised. But I think the issue with Temu is that different creators or different companies make different things. But this bag did have very good reviews, but so did the other one, which is what I don't get. The other black one I just showed you had good reviews as well, so I just don't get it. You know? Actually, I'm going to do probably a vlog on the main channel, not a live stream, just showing all my different Temu purchases and what's worked and what hasn't, because I've bought a lot from that site. And the reason why I actually... Hello, Raffles. The reason why I actually started buying from Temu was because of my neighbour in this building. He ordered some stuff one day. Sorry, I'm just not decent enough to be on camera. He ordered some stuff one day, and he said, "Oh, I've got some stuff coming. Can you accept it for me?" Because he was out. And I was like, "Yeah, no problem, no problem." And he brought it, and the stuff came. And he said, "Oh, it's for..." And I said, "What did you get?" Because I was just being nosy. And he said, "Oh, for my gym." And I said, "What, you buy gym equipment from Temu? Isn't that a bit dangerous?" And he was like, "No, no, no, they have really good stuff. You just have to be careful. You have to look at the reviews as well. Once in a while," he said, "once in a while you get something crappy." But he said it's the same stuff they sell on Amazon. And I was like, "Really? That's not very nice." I think my rosemary is well and truly dead. My week away killed my rosemary. I cannot believe it. It's just dead. Like, I've tried to water it. There's no reviving it at all. So I think it's gone. And I don't know if I should just keep watering, because it hasn't been watered in a week. Obviously, I watered it when I got back, but I don't know if I should keep trying to water it or just let it go. You know, spider plant, I've given up on. Spider plants, I think, will work better in the tropics, but here, I was just fighting a losing battle trying to keep them alive. And these are my other spider plants. And for me, I was working hard. I was working harder than I needed to work, you know. Those are the spider plants, and I'm just like, I've accepted the fate. In the summer, they're all right because they bloom, but in winter, no. In winter, no way. And in autumn, it just gets harder and harder and harder. And I don't know, you know, for me, it was just too much work. The pothos is doing well. Pothos is doing well. That's ivy. I think that's English ivy or something. That's doing well. Everything else is doing well, just going along. So I'm just doing everything in water now. This is my apples, you're in my way. This is my water, my orchid, and that's blooming. And I've had that for a year now, and I just put it in water. And it was a Valentine's Day gift from someone I was dating. That's doing well-ish. I don't know. Rubber. Oh, that's starting to wilt. Look at that horizon. Is that the right word? Horizon? I don't know. But it just looks amazing on camera, doesn't it? And I'm not even a camera person or a videographer or photographer, but look at that. Anyway, it's morning, it's very early. I've been awake for a while, and yeah, I'm just feeling a bit bereft. Is that the word, bereft? I'm feeling a bit out of sorts, so I want to quickly walk the dogs, come back, and make some coffee. And I did want to stay in bed all morning, but that's not me. That's not something I would normally do. So that means that something is off with me. Alright, let's go. It is cold. What the hell? I've just checked and it's like -6. And I know -6 will be a lot to many of you, but to me it's woof. And I have got no gloves on because I thought it would just be a quick. I don't know why, I just thought it wouldn't be as cold. But I think because my flat is so warm, I just didn't think it'd be as cold out here. It is freezing. Yeah, so I found myself like comparing myself to other people. I don't like doing that. I'd like to be more careful about what I compare myself to, who I compare myself to, because we're all very different people and we're all on such different journeys. But it's a habit that comes up once in a while, and it's a habit that comes up when things are going slower for me than ever. But you know, I always start comparing myself to people, but I never think about what they did to get where they are. That never crosses my mind, because I always act like their victories are something. I always act like their victories are something so easy and so something that came easy to them, which is very, I believe, disrespectful and very unfair at the same time. And whenever it happens, I try to nip it in the bud and ask myself why I feel this way, what's led me to this point. That's a garbage truck going past. What's led me to this point? Are my feelings, genuine? Or am I just being unfair to myself? Because I think there's a big difference between knowing whether your feelings are genuine. Have you done enough? Have you done enough of the work? Or knowing whether you've just been lazy. And I can't attest to being lazy because I've done a lot, but I haven't put in as much work as I should have. And I also always expect early results. I think way too early on, without enough markers to determine if I've done enough, or if people have been able to find the work or whatever. And I never acknowledge what's going on in the world either, and I think that's really important to do. Guys, we're going back home because this weather is not where it's at, and I just get the feeling that these guys should be wearing a jumper of some sort because they've got nothing on them. They should really have a jumper. Oh Lord. It's so cold, my fingers are a bit stiff. It's coffee time. It's definitely coffee time. Oh, let me out. So, I ended up speaking to a very good friend, and we spoke quite honestly, and she said to me something very important. She said, perhaps you are now dissatisfied with where you are, and you just need to be somewhere else, and perhaps the environment you're in no longer serves you. And that was that. That was the end of the conversation, and I've mulled that over, and I've made decisions based on that conversation. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to the future now. But it was very, very interesting to observe just how I withdrew from the world. And I'm quite introverted, but this went past being introverted. I just did not want to see anybody, and I didn't want to do anything. And for me, not doing anything, not wanting to walk my dogs or go to the forest is a big sign something is wrong. I hope this was of some help, and if you are depressed or feeling any sort of way, if you have good people around you, try speaking to friends. Otherwise, try seeking professional help. Love you all. Bye.